Hello everyone, welcome back to Pharma E-Class. I am Priya Maurya from Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. In our previous lecture, we have discussed about the total quality management. What is the concept behind the total quality management? What are the characteristics of total quality management? And what are the objectives or principles of quality management system? So apart from this, uh, in today's lecture we are going to talk what are the various approaches to achieve the total quality management. So for this purpose, most widely used term which is generally employed in the industry, that is Six Sigma practice or Six Sigma concept. So basically what is Six Sigma concept? So let's talk about its introduction or history part behind the Six Sigma concept. So Six Sigma is a set of technique and tools for the process improvement or product or the quality improvement as it was developed by the very well known company that is known as Motorola in 1986. So the Sir Bill Smith, he is the father of the Six Sigma concept. Six Sigma is now an enormous brand in the world of corporate development. So this is about the introduction of Six Sigma concept. If we talk about the what is the history and when the Six Sigma concept is introduced to the industry. So since 1920s, the word that is Sigma has been used by the mathematicians and the engineers which are involved in the measurement of product quality or its variation, and this is a symbol of unit of measurement in the term statistics. So in mid 1980s, the engineers in the Motorola in the USA used the Six Sigma, an informal name for an in-house initiative for reducing the defects in the product or processes because it represents the suitability or suitably a high level of quality. That's why they referred the term sigma for that particular purpose. So in the late 1980s, the Motorola and extended the Six Sigma concept to its critical business processes, and significantly Six Sigma becomes a formalized in-house brand name for a performance improvement methodology that is beyond purely defect reduction. That means for the defects reduction purpose, the Six Sigma practice or Six Sigma concept is generally employed in late 1980s. In 1991, the Motorola certified its first black belt Six Sigma expert, which indicates the beginning of the formalization of the accredited training of Six Sigma methods. That means in 1991, Motorola provides the training for the purpose of Six Sigma practice to the personnel. In 1995, the Six Sigma became the well known after the Mr. Jack Welch made it a central focus of the business strategy at the General Electric, and today it is used in the different sectors of the industry. So by the year 2000, the Six Sigma was effectively established as the industry in its own right, involving the training, consultancy and implementation of the Six Sigma methodology. Apart from that, if we talk about what is the definition and what is the basic goal of Six Sigma concept or Six Sigma practice. So Six Sigma, the basic objective is to improve the quality of the process outputs by identifying and removing the cause of defects. That means we have to first identify the cause of defect and we have to rectify it. So Six Sigma approach or Six Sigma practice is a collection of managerial and statistical concept that focuses on reducing or removal or variation in the process and preventing the defect in the processes or product. So basically this is the approach used to reduce the to reduce the variation in the process or defect in the product. So the concept of variation states no two items will be perfectly identical. So whenever we talk about two different items, so that are never identical in nature. So in a process that has achieved Six Sigma capability, the variation is small in comparison to the range of specification limit. A Six Sigma process is one in which 99.9% of the product manufactured are statistically expected to be free of defects. That means whenever we talk about if we emphasis on the process, and we talk about that at that particular process the Six Sigma concept is applied in that particular condition, we assure the customer that the 99.9% of the product manufactured using the Six Sigma concept are statistically free of defects. So after this, Six Sigma is a very clever way of branding and packaging many aspects of TQM. So TQM is a managerial aspect to long term success of any organization and for customer satisfaction. So manufacturing methods of Six Sigma are used in the batch production, job production or mass production. After this, if we talk about the characteristics of the Six Sigma concept, so what are the basic characteristics? We have to identify on the basis of a statistical approach or methodial approach, or we can also say methodological or methodial approach. Both the terms are same. So statistical, if we talk about statistical quality control approaches, so Six Sigma is clearly derived from the Greek word or Greek letter that is denoted by sigma from the Greek alphabet, which is used to denote the standard deviation. In statistics, standard deviation is used to measure the variance, which is an important tool for measuring non-conformance as far as the quality of the output is concerned. This is about statistical quality control. If we talk about methodial approach or methodological approach, so the Six Sigma is not merely a quality improvement strategy in the quality improvement strategy, as it features a well-defined methodological approach of application in DMA-IC or DMA-DV. So DMA-IC and DMA-DV are the two approaches for Six Sigma we will discuss later on, which can be used to improve for the improvement of quality of production. DMA-IC is an acronym for design, manufacture, analyze, improve and control. So this is the full form of DMA-IC, that is design, measure, analyze, improve and control. The alternative method DMA-DV stand for the design, measure, analyze. Again we have to develop and validate that particular. So this is the full form of DMA-DV and DMA-DV or DMA-IC. So what are the facts and data-based approaches to achieve the Six Sigma concept? So the statistical and methodical aspect of Six Sigma shows that the scientific basis of the technique. So this is essential and important aspect of Six Sigma, that it is the fact and data based. That means this particular Six Sigma concept assures that the particular method is based on the fact and data basis. After that, the project and objective based focus. In this particular, the Six Sigma process is implemented for an organization's project tailored to its specification, and when it is necessary, the process is fixed to the suit the requirement and condition in which a project is operating to get the best result. Apart from this, the Six Sigma is also objective based. The management based or the management need some initiative to invest in the Six Sigma process. After this, if we talk about the next one, so that is the main objective of Six Sigma concept is customer focus. So the customer focus is fundamental to the Six Sigma concept. The quality improvement and control standard are based on the explicit customer requirement. The next one is teamwork approach to the quality management. So the Six Sigma process require organization to get organized when it comes to the controlling and improving quality. The Six Sigma actually involves a lot of training depending on the role of an individual in the quality management team. So there is a different role for different personnel which are involved in the quality management team. Apart from that, if we talk about the objectives in the Six Sigma, so the basic objectives involves the overall business improvement, remedy defects or variability, reduce cost, improve cycle time, and increase the customer satisfaction. These 5 are the basic objective behind the development of Six Sigma practice. Or so if we talk about the first one, that is overall business improvement. So Six Sigma methodology focuses on the business improvement beyond the reducing the number of defects present in any given number of products. So this is about overall business improvement. The second one is remedy defects or variability. So any business seeking improvement number must reduce the number of defective products or services it produces. So defective products can harm the customer satisfaction level. So we have to identify the cause of defect, and ultimately we have to rectify it. The third one is to reduce the cost. So reduce cost equal increase profits. A company implementing Six Sigma practice has to reduce the cost wherever it possible can without reducing the quality. That means we have to reduce the cost without affecting the product's quality. The fourth one is to improve the cycle time. So any reduction in the amount of time it takes to produce a product or perform a service means money saved both in maintenance of cost and the personnel wages. Additionally, the customer satisfaction improves when both the retailers and the users receive the product sooner than expected. That means we have to improve the cycle time of the delivery ultimately to the retailer and of course to the product, of course to the consumers or the customers. The last one is increased customer satisfaction. So for the perfect quality management, the customer satisfaction depends upon the successful resolution of all the Six Sigma other objectives, but customer satisfaction is an objective all its own. That means whenever we talk about the quality, the basic focus is on the customer satisfaction.